your science teacher. We are learning chapter 6 tissues. Now, last time we have talked about animal tissue. As what I said, animal tissues are of four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. The first type of tissue what we learned was epithelial tissue. Okay. Now today what we are going to learn is a connective tissue. Connective tissue plays a really important role in an animal because it transports many things to it. The first thing, connective tissues even are of five types. The first thing what we are going to see is blood. Blood is one of the type of connective tissue. Second thing is uh, bone, right? So the second tissue what we are going to talk is bone. Third is ligament, is another type of tissue what we are going to talk, right? And so ligament is another type of tissue. Then the next what we are going to talk is cartilage. What I am talking here are all connective tissue. Then last one is areolar connective tissue. Okay, and fat. So we can talk about five types of tissues. Those are all connective tissue. Again, I repeat, we are going to see one by one connective tissue. So let me take you through. So the first one we are going to see is the blood. Now you know blood flows everywhere in the body of animal, even the human beings. Blood is a type of connective tissue. Now the first thing is how that type of tissue is, right? Whether it is compactly arranged, right? Or it has space in between. So let us see everything into it. The blood is a type of connective tissue. The cells of the connective tissue are loosely spaced. So first of all, this is the tissue in which it is loosely spaced and embedded in an intercellular matrix. Now matrix can be what? It can be a jelly-like material, it can be fluid, it can be dense or rigid. Now we know the blood in the human body or in an animal is a fluid that flows from one part of a body to another part. And who pumps that? The heart pumps it. So blood is a type of connective tissue. The cells of these tissues are loosely spaced. So first of all, it is loosely spaced and it has an intercellular matrix. Now the blood itself is not one material. It is made up of many things. The first thing it consisting of RBC. We call it as red blood cell. So why does the blood look red in color? Because it has the RBC, red blood cells. That is not the only thing we have. It has WBC, that is white blood corpuscles, right? So red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, and platelets, right? So these are the three things you can commonly see in RBC, WBC, and platelets. Now, even that, it has still more things into it. Try to see the blood report which you have at your home. Anyone. It's not compulsory that you see your blood report only. You can see the blood report of your parents. In that, there are a couple of things mentions over there, like lymphocytes, neutrophil, or this and that. That is what they measure in the blood. Okay. So blood consisting of three, as what I said, RBC, WBC, and platelets. Even in that, there are many things included. Now the next thing what we are talking is plasma. Plasma contains proteins, salts, and hormones. Okay. Blood flows and transport. Now what does the blood do to our body? Blood flows and transport gases, digested food from one part to different parts of our body, right? So blood flows and transport gases, digested food, hormones, and waste material from different parts to the of the body. So make sure three things: blood flows and transport gases, the CO2 and carbon dioxide, as what we already know, digested foods, hormones, waste materials through different parts of the body. Now the next thing is the bone. The bone is the framework of our body. So that is another type of connective tissue. Now that is the framework that supports the body. So definitely it anchors the muscles and the main organs. Anchors means it protects. So this are not flexible, they are non-flexible and strong tissue. So those are non-flexible and strong tissue and has a hard matrix. They over there that has a loose matrix, here it has a hard matrix, and bone is made up of mainly calcium and phosphorus compounds. The another things what you can see between two bones, so there is something which join two bones. We know that our fingers, even our ankle, right, there are joints, we can move our hands and do this. So over two bones, between two bones, there is something called ligament. Ligament is a connective tissue, we call it connection. This tissue is very elastic. Okay, so many players, if you have heard about, they the legs get bent, or they have some cartilage problem and all those things. So the ligaments, if it get tear off, there is no way it can be healed, right? It can be healed in another way around, but that another tissue that connect to bones is a ligament. It is elastic, it has strength, and has a very little matrix and connect bones with bones. So basically two bones are connected with ligaments. Tendus connect bones to muscles. So who connects bones to muscles? Ligament connects bones to bones, and bones to muscles is connected by tendus, is another type of connective tissue. So there is one more type of connective tissue is called tendus. Okay, tendus are fibrous tissues and has great strength. So when you do gyms and all, the muscles get improved. So between muscle and bone, there is something called tendus. There is one more, another type of tissue is called cartilage. Our ear, our nose, right? You can bend your ear and it can come back to the same shape. Such bones, exactly, we cannot call it that bones. Those are called cartilage. So you can move your nose a little. You can you can fully bend your ear. You can turn, twist it, but still it can, when you release it, come back to the same shape. And why does it so? It is made up of special type of connective tissue called cartilage, which has widely space, solid matrix. So basically it is made up of proteins and sugar. Cartilage smooths bone surface at joints. So basically you can see at nose, ear, trachea and larynx. So that was at the neck part. We can fold the cartilage of the ear, but we cannot bend the bones in our arm. So basically cartilage can be bent, but the bones cannot be bent. There is another type of tissue is called areolar connective tissue, that is found between skin and muscles. So between skin and muscle, there is one more type of, see, two bones are connected by ligament, muscle and bone is connected by tendus. Now skin and muscle is connected by another type of tissue called areolar tissue, that is around blood vessels, nerves, bone marrow, right? It can fill this space inside the organs. So basically it support the internal organ. So when you get hit by something, areolar connective tissue help us, and even it helps to repair the tissues. And then then the last thing what we are going to see is the fat. Fat is an adipose tissue that is below the skin and between the internal organs, right? The cells of this tissue are filled with fat globules. Storage of fat acts as an insulator. Basically it helps you to directly not react with the organ, so it acts as an insulator. So this is how the connective tissues are there, and those are not simple. If you can see the figure on the left side, everything is so much prescribed. We are just seeing the basic part of it, right? It can go deeper and deeper if you go higher in higher studies, that even ligament is of this many types, cartilage is this, how it is prepared, how it can be healed, and all those things. So I hope you're getting what I'm talking about is a connective tissue. Okay, blood, bone, ligament, tendus, cartilage, areolar and fat. Those are all type of connective tissue. So tomorrow we are going to see one more type of tissue called muscular tissue. Okay, so I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Thank you so much. That's it for today.